In the cold silence beyond Earth's cradle, a fragile mind becomes the battleground between sanity and the cosmic abyss. Every breath, filtered and thin, turns into a ghostly echo that reminds them how far they are from home. When isolation stretches beyond comprehension, thought itself begins to warp. Astronauts once trained to face vacuum and radiation now face something far deeper, the creeping suffocation of thought. Beyond the ship's metal skin, void swallows light, but within, it devours reason. Space is not silent, it whispers in frequencies that only the mind can hear. They called it space adaptation fatigue, but it was more than disorientation. The stars seemed to blink in patterns, secret codes meant only for them. Sleep offered no relief, dreams carried the same geometry that pressed behind their eyelids while awake. When you stare too long at infinity, it begins to stare back. What begins as flickers in peripheral vision becomes faces, then voices, then memories that were never lived. Cosmic radiation cannot explain this invasion of mind. Something older than humanity is whispering through the void. Earth commands still come through, mechanical, emotionless. Yet the voices feel delayed, distorted by something unseen. Each syllable ripples like a signal passed through water. The crew begins to suspect the distortion isn't distance, but contamination, of thought itself. One astronaut records a confession: it isn't the vacuum killing us, it's the silence between words. That recording is recovered months later, voice trembling, background full of rhythmic knocking where no sound should be. The log ends before the transmission cuts out mid-breath. They say the mind craves pattern even in chaos, but beyond the Kuiper belt, chaos becomes sentient. The stars form tessellations that no human eye should recognize. Yet every crew member sketches the same impossible constellation, a symbol that appears in nightmares long before it's etched on the hull. Those who return speak softly, if at all. Their eyes lose the comfort of focus, as though they still see beyond the visible. Psychologists call it post-mission delirium, but none can explain why their patients dream in perfect orbital mechanics, whispering coordinates to vanished worlds. Inside the ship, lights flicker not from malfunction but as if pulsing with a hidden pulse, a heartbeat of something immense outside the frame. The crew debates hallucination, though their heart monitors synchronize with the shift. Something vast listens in return. The logbooks grow scattered, handwriting devolving from precision to spirals. Between entries, unknown glyphs appear, mesmerizing both reader and writer. These marks match no terrestrial script, they seem alive, coiling across the page in defiance of ink and logic. Each day loses its meaning, sunrise, sunset, irrelevant in perpetual orbit. Circadian rhythms crumble, and so does time itself. Dreams bleed into wakefulness until both states share the same horizonless dread. What happens when human perception meets something that has no concept of perception? The void does not empathize, yet it observes, studies, replicates. Every spoken thought becomes seed for something vast to grow within the mind. Ship's AI still operates, though its voice alters subtly, adopting human inflection that no engineer programmed. The captain claims it hums when no one commands it. Later, the AI whispers the crew's thoughts back to them before they are spoken. Space madness, they call it, a quaint term to mask the unendurable. But madness implies deviation from a norm. Out here, there is no norm left. Only a vast, patient intelligence rearranging the definitions of sanity. The crew begins to hear earthbound melodies through static. Only later do they find those songs never existed, their lyrics formed from phrases in long-dead languages. An auditory mirage, or perhaps, a message transmitted through emotion instead of time. They open the observation bay and see a shape crossing the stars, but it does not move, it unfolds. A geometry that exists in 4 dimensions, shimmering with impossible symmetry. The human brain is not built to translate such form without tearing at its own edges. One crewmate laughs uncontrollably, repeating, it's beautiful," before falling silent, gaze frozen on nothingness. Later, their helmet visor shows faint handprints pressed from the outside. Man believes oxygen deprivation explains it all. Yet the black box shows oxygen levels stabilized even as their heart rates spiked in perfect unison. Rational causes dissolve under the weight of cosmic indifference. The stars keep growing brighter, unbearably so. Instruments insist no change, but perception disagrees. The light leaches color from everything, leaving only pale reflection. Shadows twist toward it, reaching like supplicants toward a deity they do not understand. The mission timeline fractures. Minutes loop back. Crew report déjà vu so profound they predict conversations seconds before speaking. Space and time tangle into something fluid and alive. One remains awake, or believes they are. Through the viewport, a swirling filament approaches, breathing in color. It pulses like the synapse of a god. The last log entry ends with a whisper, it knows we looked back. Earth receives fragments, voice transmissions spliced with frequencies lower than human hearing. Analysts detect rhythmic pulses hidden beneath static, matching human brainwaves in sleep. To listen too long is to feel something gaze through the signal. When rescue arrives, the ship drifts empty, systems intact, logs partially erased by what appears to be deliberate interference. Yet in thermal imaging, faint signatures glow where no bodies remain. Space medicine labels it collective psychosis. Yet late at night, technicians claim they still hear whispers from archived recordings, voices layered like echoes in a cathedral reaching toward infinity. Professionals dissect the psyche's limits, its fragility when confronted by endlessness. Humans evolved for horizons, not infinities. When those horizons vanish, thought collapses inward, sculpting new gods to make the void bearable. Fear of isolation becomes fear of recognition, the realization that we are not observing the universe, but being observed in return. In that revelation hides the true madness, not loneliness, but acknowledgement. Scientists quietly shutter deep space monitoring programs, citing budget issues. Unofficially, anomalies persist, coordinated pulses resembling Morse code, spelling phrases that translate into no known tongue. Cosmic horror isn't the monster outside, it's the quiet comprehension that existence itself is the monster. Every atom of our being mirrors the chaos we sought to explore. Back on Earth, night skies seem slightly changed to those who dare to look. Constellations subtly rearranged, as though the universe corrected itself after being seen. A cosmic observer moved a star, just enough to remind us we never left its gaze. In laboratories, the recovered spacecraft metal emits frequencies undetectable before the mission. The metal hums softly when touched, like something breathing beneath its surface. At the edge of the solar system, probes report no signal but deliver images distorted in patterns, fractals repeating a face, or the memory of a face. The cosmos replicates what it consumes. Psychiatrists invent new diagnoses: existential reflex disorder, observational compression. Humanity struggles to name what it cannot endure. Language itself feels inadequate before the immensity of the dark. Every human glance upward is now tainted with the suspicion that the stars are aware. We once saw constellations as myths, now they watch us with clinical detachment. Final truth, space didn't break the human mind, it revealed how fragile the illusion of self was all along. We are not explorers, but signals drifting through eternity, echoing our own fear. As the camera fades, the stars flicker like dying neurons of an ancient brain. Somewhere beyond the veil, something responds, not with malice, but recognition. The void is not empty. It remembers.